Hey, have you ever wanted to shout someone out in your stream? Maybe you have somebody that is always there, finally started a Twitch channel. You've been encouraging them for months, and they finally got a Twitch channel. You want to tell your chat, hey, check this guy out. He finally started a Twitch channel. I've been telling him for months. Perfect. Let's pretend that happened. And I'm like, sure, Spring Turkey, let's get it done. Let's see how it works. If my mods would shout him out, that would be great. Boom. Does this work? The answer is perfect. Be sure to check out Spring Turkey on Twitch. Also shows up in your chat, so that there's a clickable link so you can go to Spring Turkey on Twitch and hit that follow button. See how it's done. First thing we're going to want to do is get the sound that we heard earlier in the intro of the video. A couple places we can go to get free sounds. However, I found that going to myinstance.com provides plenty to find. So we're using this one. And I found it just by going to search at the top and clicking I think I typed alert and pulled this one up. Don't need this ad. There's a ton of them, too many to choose from, and there's very questionable ones. So be careful when you click on stuff. Be sure to know what you're clicking on before you click on it. But this is a good one. And there's a download button right there. Download an MP3, put it where you're going to remember, and then we're ready to start. In Mixitup app, we got lots of things, and hopefully you're aware a little bit of how Mixitup works. We're just going to make a command. If you've not used commands before, this is going to be a little new to you, and maybe I'll make another video. Let me know in the comments if you need to have a more beginner type introduction to Mixitup app, and I will hopefully get around to making it. As you can see, you usually start with pre-made commands. When you go to commands, we're going to go to a custom command because it's going to be our own, and we're going to go to new command. Now, there's a couple different choices here. We could just do a basic chat command where if you said shout out, exclamation point SO, whatever, it would just be in the chat box. Or you could just do a sound, but then there would be no way for them to click the link in chat. So we're going to do an advanced command. We're going to call it shout out. So we know what it is. Nobody else will be able to see this, but we'll know what it is. You can put it in a command group if you want. I like saying that this is going to be an on-screen command so that later I can combine just the on-screen commands if I need to turn those off for whatever reason. And this is where we need to say what the command is going to be, the trigger. So if someone says exclamation point SO and then a name, this is where it knows what that is. I'm going to use SO because it's easy. I can type it quick in the chat box, or a mod can real easily just type SO, exclamation point SO, and then @ and then the username, and it will do our shout out. Most important thing, especially for shout outs, because I have had people try giving themselves shout outs. You have to say who can do shout outs, not the user. The user means everybody can do it. You've got Mixitup has their own little premiums and regulars and VIPs you can set up. That actually, I think Twitch is the VIP one. You can make it so it's subscriber only. You can make it so it's mod only, or all the way up to just you being able to do it. I'm going to make it mods. If you have responsible mods, they're not going to be doing this all the time. They're going to be doing it if you ask them to, which would be nice, etc. And then the rest of these buttons are how often it can happen, how many times it can be happening during a certain stream. You can delete the command when it's run, etc., etc. Or you can also make it so that it's Patreon only. I'm not going to do any of those things. So the only important one was making sure the permission is set to mod, or however you want to do it. If you have no mods, just set it to streamer. If you have no mod, you can set it to mod because you are a mod also. We're gonna ignore this stuff here. We want it to auto include exclamation point, otherwise every time someone just typed SO anywhere in chat, it would just work. That's helpful for if you wanted to do a command where if someone said they were laughing or LOL in chat, you could have a laughing sound and they wouldn't have to use an exclamation point, but we're not going to do that now. Just the SO here. And we're going to get started. What do we want to happen? Well, as you saw in the intro, we're going to have a picture fly across the screen. We're going to have a block of text in the middle that says be sure to follow or come check out so and so. And we're going to have the sound. We're going to have the happen every time. So we're going to start with the image. This is also the most difficult part. Difficult in that we have to have an image to use. And where do we get an image? Let me show you. We're going to add an overlay. The overlay is going to be on, let's see, where does it ask? Oh, well, first, okay, so we're going to say this is going to be the user image. It's going to be the image of the person that we're shouting out, their avatar on Twitch. It's going to be an image, okay? We only have one overlay. It's a default overlay. If you haven't set up overlays, that's what overlay it's going to be. It's going to be default. If you have overlays that are different, make sure you pick the right one right there. Now, it wants to know where we're going to get this image from. Well, here's the secret. It's not going to be from a file path. We're going to give it a URL, and we're going to get it from Mixitup. Mixitup gives us these special identifiers. If you go to Mixitup, go down to the very bottom of the page and go to their GitHub page, and then go to their wiki right here. You'll see a bunch of stuff in here. What we need is down here, the special identifiers. What these do is they get information from everything, every piece of Twitch and Mixitup you can think of. There's all kinds of them. How many bits were cheered, the latest whatever, latest follower, latest subscriber. You can get general information about date and time. You can get the top 10 people that have been watching you the longest. That's always fun. You get the top 10, top 20, top 10 identifiers for who cheered the most. Who's your biggest cheerer? This is your top 10. We are interested in user. We're interested in user because we want to get the image, the avatar of the user that we're shouting out. Usually it'd be right here, user avatar. However, this will be the avatar of the person that activated the command. So the person, if your mod went in, did exclamation point SO for your shout out, your image would be the one that shows up. The mod's image. We don't want that. We need to get a target user. Okay? It's right here. Target user, and this little lines at the end mean what information about the target user. We need the target user avatar. And that's it. So we get the target user avatar, and that will give us the avatar link. So you can see the example, target username will give you the username, etc. So let's just type this in. You have to do the $. So we go back into our command. You do a $. It's going to be target user, and we need their avatar. And that's it. That's going to give us the image we need. The width is in pixels and the height's in pixels. You can't have 0. It doesn't make any sense. You're going to want it a little bit bigger. The image you saw was 200 by 200. I think that's big enough. Shoutouts don't happen all the time, but when they do, I want it to pop up on the screen. I want it to be big. I want it to draw attention to the person we're shouting out, because otherwise, what's the point? It's a shout out. You're shouting them out. You're saying, hey, follow this person. Next, we need to do duration. The duration is in seconds. How long do you want your image to come across and stay there so that people can draw attention to it? It's interrupting the game you're playing. So how long do you want them to not see the game you're playing because someone's being shot out? I do 5 seconds. We'll do 5 seconds this time. We'll see how well that does. You saw it in the intro how well it does. The way I had it set up, I've got it sliding in from the left. That's the entrance animation. It's going to slide out to the right. That just means it's going to go from the left, it's going to go right. That's all that means. And it's going to be in the center of the screen. And that is the image. We can test it if we want. You can use this to test just this command. This play button here will test the entire command, which the entire command right now is just the user image anyway, but let's just test it out and see if it works. And there's the image. It's me because the test doesn't add any target information other than who clicked the button, and it was me that clicked it. So what's next? Well, we want to have text that says in big bold letters on the screen, go check this person out, or check this guy out, or hit the follow button, something. So that is another overlay. This overlay says images and videos, but you'll see in the drop down here that there's actually all kinds of different things. You can actually do YouTube videos if you wanted to. Ours is going to be text, and I'm going to call this I'll just call it text. It's going to use our default overlay. Don't forget, double check your overlays if you have multiple overlays. And this is very simple. What do we want this text to say? I'm just going to say, go check out. I like using caps in the beginning. And instead of saying this person or whatever, we're going to use the same argument that we did before. We're going to do the target user, except this time we're going to use his name. So you remember before we did the target user when we did their image, their avatar. This time I want the target user's name, and of course that's here. User name, it's right here. That's the name of the person who's initiating the command. All right. Perfect. We want this to be big. I'm talking 84 pixels. Remember the image was, what did we make the image? Was 200. I want the text to maybe not be 200, maybe not be half, but a solid chunk of the screen is going to be go check out so-and-so. The rest of these you have to fill in. We're going to need a font color. I'm going to do red. That sticks out on most screens. I can't think of any game that's going to have a bunch of red where it won't be visible. Maybe some Mars game. I don't know. We're going to leave Arial. Arial's a good font, but of course you can do, I don't know, there's probably 100 of them to choose from. We'll keep it Arial for now. Maybe in the future I'll change it. I don't know. The shadow is optional, however, I'm going to add a black shadow. It makes it pop up, makes it look 3D. And then we'll leave the rest there. Now, how long do we want this to pop up? If we do the same 5 seconds, let's just so let's check it out and see what it looks like. There it is. Go check out so-and-so. 84 might be a little bit big. And also, 5 seconds is a little long, but it's alright. Let's actually just make this 70, or we'll make it 60. Let's see how big the 60 looks. Yeah, that's not bad. Now it's centered over the avatar, but I think that's fine. we're gonna end up making this maybe a little bit longer so that the avatar and the text kind of appear at the same time. Let's try it. Yeah, I think 6 is okay. I might even do 7 just to give it that little bit so that the text comes in as the other thing's sliding. Let's just see if 7 works. 7 might be too long. I don't know. That's not too terrible. Let's see. Yeah, we'll stick with 6 for now. And that's that. That's the text and the image. And of course, the last thing we need, or not the last thing, we're going to do 2 more things. We're going to need the sound. Now remember, we already have a sound prepared. So we're going to go to Browse. We're going to go to where we got that sound from this one. We already downloaded it. So we should go to where it is. There it is. We're going to use whatever audio output is the standard one that you want your stream to hear. Mine is the Yeti. You can adjust the volume here. It's going to be as loud as it is loud on Windows. So if you've already got your Windows sound set up the way you like it, this is not going to be needing to be adjusted. And that's it. There's no other options for sound because it is as long as the sound is. It's an MP3. So now when we try it, let's see what happens. Perfect. The sound is different from the game sound, so it draws attention to the screen. Maybe the lurkers have it, are working on one side of their screen and they go and they look, oh, what was that sound? It's perfect. It's exactly what we want to happen. The sound hits, the text and overlay come up, so they hear the sound, they look, go check out so-and-so. One more issue. How are they going to know how to follow? We're gonna do this. Oh no. We're going to go to chat, message, and we're going to just add a simple chat message. And all we're going to say is very similar to the image and avatar. And the text. Be sure to check out and follow. And now we're just going to use that same argument. $, target, user, name. And the only other thing is we're going to put an @ symbol in front, because if we add the @ symbol, it will be clickable in chat. So let me see if we'll just open up the chat box in here. It's going to pop up in the bottom left. So we're going to have a bunch of chat messages. Hello, and how are you and stuff. And you'll see it's popping up here. It also pops up in your in Twitch chat right here. So maybe we'll keep this open so we can actually see the command working. So follow blah 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 blah. Maybe we add an exclamation point. So when we test just this command, it goes here. It's at me, that's why it's highlighted. It's going to be at the person that's being shouted out every time, and it should be clickable in Twitch. So there we go. That's it. Now we can make it all work together and see how it looks. The chat came up, this stuff came in, and it should disappear in about 5 seconds. Perfect. That's plenty of time to make it work. So now let's say we're playing the game. I'll have chat open just on the side so we can see it. Playing the game, a friend comes in, or someone clicks on, maybe they clicked on the button for channel points that says, can you shout me out? And you say, sure. We do it. All right, so we got it all worked out. Let's give it a test again. just to see if it works. It's going to be SO2 for me because I already had a command. We'll do boof 814 and make sure that it is an actual person or else it won't work. Let's see. Perfect. Boof 814 doesn't have an avatar, but you can see chat. Be sure to check out so-and-so, and it came across, everything worked. Perfect. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if I can work them out for you. And of course, you can always find me on twitch.tv/JEStoneIV, or click on the links below. Thanks for watching.